Hi, I'm Blue Dragon from Twitch, and today I want to talk to you about Deep Rock Galactic and the Scout class. The Scout is one of 4 playable dwarves in the game. He is equipped with an assault rifle, a shotgun, a reusable grappling hook, and a flare gun that fires sticky flares, helping other dwarves see in the dark. The Scout boasts the fastest mobility in the game, due to his reusable grappling hook, and the only class capable of placing sticky flares using his flare gun that can be used to light up much larger areas than normal flares are capable of. The Scout is also equipped with a light assault rifle, a sawed-off shotgun, and of course, long-range encounters. The Scout is able to choose from 3 different types of grenades: inhibitor field generation, IFG, which slows enemies down and increases the damage taken; the cryo grenade, which applies a freeze and can potentially freeze most enemies instantly; and the pheromone canister, which covers an enemy in pheromones, turning them into a target for other enemies to attack. With excellent mobility and the ability to illuminate areas, the Scout is a perfect class for navigating large cavern systems with a lot of wide open space. Scouts should be the first in line while running through cave systems, placing flares, marking hazards, and ores. However, he has excellent synergy with the engineer, as the latter can place platforms which the Scout can use to access materials normally out of reach with his grappling hook. His potential may not be the highest, but with his shotgun deals immense damage up close and can usually kill even glyphid Praetorians in just a shot or two, while his assault rifle deals respectable, consistent damage at medium range. With his unlockable weapons, he gets access to a long-range rifle, the M1000 Classic, and a dual pair of rapid-fire submachine guns, the Zerk Nuk 17s. These guns can change the Scout's playstyle in drastic ways, the M1000 especially boasting the longest range of any weapon in the game. The Scout's range on his weapon is somewhat limited. With an exception of the M1000, all his guns operate best close to medium range. Distant targets such as glyphid acid spitters and glyphid menaces can give him trouble, requiring him to engage with his grappling hook, which may be risky, or take cover. The Scout suffers against large groups of enemies, as his weapons aren't suited for multiple targets, and none of his grenades deal direct damage. Because of his struggles to operate during swarms, where large numbers of glyphids can outpace his damage output, as a result, picking key targets such as Praetorians, Wardens, and Grabbers is typically the Scout's best game plan. Now we'll break down his equipment. All classes have 8 pieces of gear, each which can be individually upgraded using credits and crafting resources. There are currently 2 unlockable weapons per class. Each weapon has their own assignment. Once an assignment of a weapon has been completed, it then can be purchased with upgrade terminal. Basic tips and strategy. Deep Core K2. Close to medium range assault rifle with decent damage but sluggish firing rate. Best used when aiming enemies' weak points, where it can be quickly rack up damage. Has a low recoil but a high spread growth. Tap firing reduces accuracy at long ranges, only spray and pray up close. The M1000 Classic. Long range semi-automatic rifle with excellent accuracy. Enters focus mode when holding down the left mouse button. Focus shots will always have perfect accuracy and deal double damage, but uses 2 rounds at once. Excellent weapon for taking down special and tank enemies, especially when they have weak points. Doesn't carry much reserve ammo. Semi-automatic nature makes it vulnerable to being overwhelmed by hordes. Jury-rigged boomstick. Double-barrel shotgun with immense kick. Deals exceptional point-blank damage, but to instantly kill most specials and enemies in just 1 or 2 shots. Damage falls off quickly at any range beyond point blank. Zukuf Nuk 17. A pair of machine gun pistols with extremely high fire rate. The magazine and reserve ammo pool for both guns are combined into one on the hood. Has a decent magazine size and its blistering fire rate can tear down most enemies. Works great with the M1000 Classic to cover the gun's ineffective against hordes. Burns through ammo quickly, not great at long ranges. Flare gun. Fires special flares which can stick to almost any surface. These flares burn much brighter and for far longer than standard flares available to all dwarves, making them essential for visibility. Using for lighting up large caves where dwarves have been spending prolonged amount of time due to mining or combat. Has very limited carry amount, spin those flares wisely. Inhibitor field generator. Creates an electrical field which slows enemies down and reduces their physical damage. Doesn't have huge radius, but lasts an incredibly long time, and only a few creatures resist its effect. Great for using in tight choke points where enemies are forced to move through it. Special or tanks with large weak points are much easier to kill when trapped inside of this field. Can carry 6 at once instead of the usual 4 for grenades. Cryo grenade. Drastically reduces the temperature of any enemy caught in the blast, often flash freezing them. Frozen enemies are completely immobilized and take increased damage, making them easy pickings. Different enemies are more and less resistant to freezing effects. Bigger enemies often thaw out faster. Leaves behind a cloud of white smoke upon detonation, which can potentially obscure vision. The pheromone canister. Covers enemy in a pheromone mixture, which causes infighting. Coating enemies attracts their allies to attack them rather than the dwarves. Infighting enemies often cluster in tight groups, making them vulnerable to area attacks. There are a limited amount of how many infighting at once. Larger enemies can ignore the pheromone effect unless directly targeted. Now, one of the fun parts of the game is customizing each of your dwarves to maximize their potential for your playstyle. Now, how you can obviously customize this yourself, there are some that I highly recommend for the Scout. Number 1 being Tier 3 Shock Absorber in the armor that adds fall damage reduction. Built-in shock absorbers make falling less painful. This comes in so handy and will save your life so many times. Alright, that's a quick overview of the Scout class in Deep Rock Galactic. If the Scout is your favorite like it is mine, let me know down in the comments below. If not, tell me what your one is, and that'll be my next video. Thanks for watching, and again, you can always find me on Twitch. I stream every Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday, and release 3 videos a week here on YouTube. Have a great rest of your day.